our international business group project assignment, we are going to discuss about what's happening to Sony. My group mates are Tan Chai, Wang Ting, and Ya Hui. Other companies should learn from Sony about its attempt to create innovative products and company's unique pricing technique. Other companies can learn from Sony about its innovation which they had attempted after the establishment of the company. The most notable innovation happened in 1955. TR-63, which is hand pocket size radio, was a revolutionary product in both US and Japan. This revolution was possible by Toshiko staff made in 1953. This group was made up of experts in chemical, mechanical, electrical engineers. They had developed stronger transistor than competitor TR-1, which was made by Americans. This transistor was also used to make revolution in the TV industry. In 1969, Sony had developed Trinitron, which price was twice as high compared to other companies. It still could have success for more than 30 years due to the quality of the product. These revolutions also changed the perception which Americans had about Japanese products. Now Japanese products are known to Americans as high quality and well-made products. This could not have happened without the excellence of Sony. It also cooperated with other companies to create innovative products. For example, Sony worked with a company named Philips to create a compact disc. Philips had the technology to play audio combined with Sony digital audio processing technique. This product was possible. Other innovative products include Walkman, which sold for more than 400 million units, CD player, both stationary and portable, and Sony Computer Entertainment, which created the famous console game known as the PlayStation. Other companies should learn about successful pricing strategy which Sony had implemented throughout the years. The first pricing technique is premium pricing strategy. It involves setting product prices really high. Sony products are typically priced higher than the market average. The high price is supported by premium brand image which aligns with the company's differentiation generic strategy. This strategy needs to ensure that its company value is above competitors. Therefore, Sony had to believe in products it were creating. Example of this strategy can be seen during the launch of PlayStation 2. After the success of original PlayStation, Sony had believed that its products are superior to competitors and set the price above the market price as $400 USD. This strategy led to record-setting revenue. On the other hand, the company applies market-oriented pricing for some of its products. This pricing strategy ensures competitiveness based on prices of competing products. Sony used this strategy to compete with competitors in fields which they are lacking. For instance, when Sony first launched its high-definition television in 1990, its price was over $43,000 US. However, the prices were dropped to near $6,000 in the year 1993, and the price was further lowered down to $2,000 in 2001. Sony also implements value-based pricing. It is to determine the appropriateness of some premium prices based on actual product value and customers' perceived value of products. Example of this strategy can be seen when setting its price for Vivo, which is Sony laptop line. For their laptop line series, Sony tried to price each model according to its style, mobility, purpose, performance, and user.
Now I would like to talk about what leads to the stagnation of Sony in recent years and how did Sony respond to this. The first one is external factor. In 1990, economic stagnation in Japan leads to the stagnation of Sony in recent years. Sony had to fight off strong competition for rival firms based in other East Asia countries, particularly South Korea, Taiwan, and China. Sony replaced a large part of their workforce with temporary workers who had little job security and fewer benefits. A string of policy mistakes and the constant competitions of electronic price have made Sony barely hit in 2002. At the end of 2007, 10,000 jobs will scheduled to be laid off, and the number of products will be reduced by 20%. The manufacturing plant will close 11 from 65 to 54.
During this Japanese economic hardship, more competitors will attempting to compete with Sony. These are few competitors in camera, smartphone, and gaming industry, which will attempting to compete with Sony in diversity market. Images of competitors in this industry has led to reduction in market share and revenue. Companies competing with Sony in camera industry are Canon and Nikon. Canon is the best one company in the digital camera industry. Canon's wide portfolio includes digital cameras, DSLRs, camcorders. Company's strength has long technical strength and marketing ability. It is produced the best camera for shooting portraits, but it's not as fashionable as Sony's. Besides, it relies on its strong brand recognition to let people know their digital camera. It has been recognized as one of the leading environmental friendly companies in the world. Another one is the Nikon. Compared with Sony, Nikon is the top-ranked SLR digital cameras. Nikon has a strong market position built on brand product portfolio. It is also for high-end consumer digital camera market. This is because its products are not well accepted by low-end market users. Nikon also has strong research and development capabilities, facilitate new product development in line with changing consumer preference. In TV department, Sony has to compete global giants like Samsung and LG. LG is known for its simple yet innovative design, user-friendly interface, and reliable technologies. The company is using two strategies to further enhance its brand image: powerful targeting to Generation X and Generation Y, and connecting dots with future. It uses growth strategy to market its product. The long-term presence of LG brand equity in the market, along with their amazing product strategy and reliability on their products, has ensured that LG has a strong brand equity and hence is able to survive in a top business environment. The second competitor is Samsung. Samsung has established brand name and reputation as the leader in digital TV industry with the biggest market share position, the company in the top of consumer mind and overall awareness in the process of making a TV purchasing decision. Another one of the smart TV's future is the ability to connect other Samsung devices wirelessly to the TV. This is useful for the target market, since we found that the current smart TV owner already has or had an average of 4 other Samsung devices or products prior to the smart TV purchase. The company has set out its production facilities in low-cost countries. This allows producing goods with low production costs and benefit Samsung as it can offer lower price and earn higher margin.
Images of this competitor have led to reduction in market share and revenue. Sony market share in diverse markets have dropped since Japan suffered stagnation. For example, Sony made innovation and have led the TV department for a long period of time. However, companies like Samsung and LG have caught to Sony in terms of market share. For example, in 2011, Sony was the third in market share at 9%. This was significantly lower compared to Samsung and LG, who each had 20% and 30%. These companies have also had to decrease in the revenue. Since Sony products are selling well as before, its revenue have been decreased yearly. For example, in Sony TV department, it has suffered decrease in revenue in 2012 compared to 2011. Its revenue dropped from $1.3 billion to 718,000 million USD. Attempt to overcome the obstacle, Sony losing growth everywhere is simply too large and too diverse in the category and focus too much in the short brand name, so Sony outlined three major areas of focus for Sony electronic business, which include imaging technology, gaming, mobile technology, as well as focus on reducing the major loss from the television business. In February 2014, Sony announced the sale of its wire PC division to a new corporation owned by investment fund Japan Industry Partners, expanding its TV division into its own corporation as to make it more nimble to turn the unit around from past losing totally $7.8 billion over a decade. Later the month, they announced that they would be closing 20 stores. In April, the company announced that they would be selling 9.5 million shares in Square Enix, loudly add to 2% of the game company's total share, in a deal worth approximately $48 million. In May 2014, the company announced it was forming two joint ventures with Shanghai Oriental Peer Group to manufacture and market Sony PlayStation games console and associated software in China. These strategies ensure that Sony regains its profit to positive side by developing into more efficient company.
Increase in the R&D department, Sony should increase the amount it's spending on the R&D department. Compared to other big corporates, Sony spending on R&D department is relatively low. In terms of percentage growth over the last decade, Sony has grown the least, not quite double. Apple's R&D has grown the most, nearly quadruple. Microsoft spent about 70% of their revenue on R&D. Sony spent about 8%. If to break down this amount of R&D that goes purely to physical products sold by Apple and Sony would spend about $11.5 million per product, while Apple would spend about $78.5 million per product. Sony's lack of spending in the R&D have led to departments made up of people with innovative minds have moved to different organizations. For example, A3 department, known as the key department for the success of Sony Television, no longer exists since it could not receive economic funding during the Sony hardship. In order to once create innovative products like Sony TV, the firm should devise more resources to make sure that the company is making innovative products again. Segment new market. Sony has balanced against competition in prime market against competitors. For example, TV it has lost to Samsung, in smartphone it has lost to Apple. Therefore, there is a need from organization standpoint to segment new market to lead and innovate. Example of this new market would be virtual reality and medical machinery. VR technology generates as cyberspace which feel like actually reality. VR technology, which is new to most competitors, can be area for development. Sony have high possibility to successful segment VR market, since their current VR technology is different other corporation. For public consumer, most competitors require them to link the product with PC. However, since for Sony, VR product needs a PlayStation to run instead of PC. Therefore, supporting hardware system is stabilized compared to competing firms. Also, it is targeting a specific range of consumers who enjoy PlayStation to play game. Since PlayStation is widely distributed, diverse range of people could have interest in using VR technology to play games, which they love. This implies that Sony currently has a significant edge when competing with Oculus and HTC, whom are Sony's main competitors in the market. Also, there is change of improving the current technology compared to other firms. Since VR system is combination high technology, Sony have the resources and various technology in diverse departments to find out which new implementation would improve to current user experience. Another area is medical. Sony prime customer, which are Japanese, have been aging rapidly. Therefore, there is clear need for better emotionally and daily healthcare. Sony should development on this department in order to lead against competitors in the world. Effort to continue its success. Despite the difficulty with the fund making a loss, few departments have survived and have helped companies from going bankrupt. These departments should be invested continuously in order to maintain the success. Sony Bank is a subsidiary department from Sony Financial, which launched on June 2001. Is one of the companies that helped companies during the hardship. The main characteristic about the Sony Bank is that it does not operate with physical branches or ATM. This unique feature goes along with the current society banking habits. According to the report, mobile banking usage rate have been increasing rapidly. In 2005, the usage rate was at 26%. However, in 2015, it has increased to staggering 62%. Furthermore, 10% of users use mobile banking daily. By predicting the future banking habit, Sony entered the industry faster than others. Therefore, Sony should already have loyal customers to the brand. By investing more on this industry, Sony should find attempts to maintain consumer while fighting efforts to increase consumer and profit. Another department which helped Sony during crisis is gaming. Gaming department product is headlined by the PlayStation line. Most notably, PlayStation 2 was the fastest console game to sell 100 million units. Since then, Sony have maintained the revenue until 2016. According to the report, the most popular console game in 2016 was Sony PlayStation 4. However, more and more people are playing games on their phone rather than using consoles. Therefore, Sony have the risk of losing the revenue and the market share in the gaming industry. There's a need to find solution to the problem by developing gaming experience which is unique and incomparable to mobile games. However, without the support from the corporated, Sony would not be able to maintain the profit and market share. Therefore, the need to be continuous care and investment to a field which accounted for more than 20% of company's total revenue.
Solution, Sony was able to generate revenue since it had continuous efforts to innovate its own products and use pricing techniques which was different from competitors. However, company could not maintain the success due to Japanese economic downfall and emergence of stronger competitions like Samsung and LG. Despite the company effort by cutting employees, selling unproductive businesses to other firms, in combining departments, its success was not shown in the revenue report. Therefore, the company should invest more on the R&D department, segment new market for brand new product, and make efforts to continue successful businesses in order to regain its pride as Japanese innovative IT firm. Thank you for listening to our project.